Hello there. Okay, so today is day one of the new BUSD Avarice platform. Now, if you're not sure what Avarice is and you've never seen Avarice at all, check out all my videos on my channel on Avarice. I go in depth with a tutorial and about specific things that you can do in Avarice, like the lending and loaning, which was actually disabled in the first version but is enabled in this version. So in this version we're using BUSD, okay, so that's on the Binance Smart Chain. Now I'm going to go in depth with an actual in-depth tutorial for this in the next video, but for this video I just wanted to do an overview and just some of the exciting things that are happening with this platform, and just a brief description of what I'm going to be doing, just an overview of what I'm going to be doing. Now I've got two different strategies for this. I'm going to go in depth in another video, but I'll give you an overview. So if you want to follow along, under this video you'll see in the description you'll see this link here. Okay, so it's got a bit link. If you just click on that, okay, and that's going to take you to the actual Avarice website. Okay, now the next thing you need to do, you will see that there's actually a reference address here. So if you wanted to, this is using mine, if you wanted to use somebody else's, all you'll need to do is just replace that, okay, which I'm going to actually do right now just to show you this, with somebody in my Discord group, because what I do is I actually use people's referrals every day I go into the auction to help give them a few extra tokens. Okay, so, and if you haven't joined my group yet, my Discord group, the link will be in the description. Come and join, it's a great group. We've got a lot of smart people in there. So I'm just going to use one of these referral codes, one of these referral addresses from my group, and I'm just going to change this right here and just paste in the new one, and then just click on that and it will reload. Okay, and now I know I'm using that reference code, okay, that person's address. So now I'm going to click on Get AVC Tokens. Okay, now as you can see up here, this is actually the original site, that is BNB. You can see we're on day 40 in the auction already. Okay, so this is pumping along nicely. The new one, the BUSD, you can get to it by clicking on this. Okay, see here it says to BAVC. Now if you can't see this, all right, what you need to do is you need to hold Control on your keyboard, and while you're holding Control, click on this refresh right here, okay, and reload. So like this, okay, and that will reload, and then you'll be able to see the to BAVC. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that I've still got that person's reference. I have. Okay, good. So hoping it didn't clear it from the cookies. Okay, so once we're here, we click on to BAVC. All right, and now we're on the new site. Now, as you can see, this is what is the time? It's 10 a.m. PST. This is in California time, and this is day one, and we're already at 1.1 million. All right, now I know a lot of people have their different strategies, and you know, look, people FOMO into things, and just let me clear that out of the way. And there's a lot of different strategies. You know, it comes down to this: if you go on day one, day 3 will be the first day that you get rewards. So if you have gone on day 1, you are going to get rewards on day 3. The first rewards that are paid out, you're going to get them. If you don't go on day 1, you're going to miss out on rewards on day 3. Okay, so that's what it really boils down to at the end of the day. The amount of rewards could be different, because this time they're using a little different strategy. They're using, you know, there's a percentage, there's 45% of day 1, 45% of the actual of this amount, okay, will be used for lobby buybacks, and 45% will actually be used of this amount here, whatever this ends up with. If that's 2 million, then 45% of that will go back into the older platform, the BNB version, to help boost that. Okay, so that's only on day 1. All right, so just remember that on day 3 it will be a little bit less than probably what people are used to. Okay, but you know, you've got to look at it like, if you don't get in day 1, you're not going to get rewards. I mean, that's, people have got different strategies. I've heard a lot of different things. For me, I just go in pretty heavy in both in the first few days, and then I just go in every day after that. That's just how I work. I think, you know, the easiest way is just to DCA into this thing. I mean, you know, people are saying they're going to go heavy in one day and then heavy and then light in the next day and all that. I'm just going to go in the same amount each day. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do. I'm not going to get too technical about it, because I know that, you know, you'll do well if you go in the first few days, regardless. Okay, so in this particular video, I'm going to show you how to enter the auction, and I'm only going to put, I'm not going in with my full amount right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you, I'm going to put 2,500 in right now, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, you can see that I'm already connected to my wallet. Okay, but if you're not connected to your wallet, you will actually get a pop-up. All right, let me just show you this, just in case you're very new to this and you're not too sure what you're doing. You know, what I'll do is I'll disconnect. Where are we? I'll disconnect this one. Okay, and then I'll refresh, and this is probably what you'll see when you first come to this page. It's actually connected to a different wallet, so I've got to disconnect all my wallets, which I'm not going to do right now because it'll take forever. So I'm just going to connect back to that, but you will get a pop-up. Okay, so I'm just going to connect back to that and then refresh. Okay, but you will get a pop-up. Okay, so now I've used somebody's referral. Okay, so now I'm going to enter the auction. We're on the lobby. Okay, so this is where you enter. Now, you can see here there's 538 participants. The biggest buy, what's really cool about this new one is they've got a couple of extra features. So as you can see down here, this Avarice, right? Today's top buyer is 300,000, okay? And what happens with this is called the phone. It was originally called the FOMO jackpot. It's now called Avarice. But the way that this works is 0.5% of this amount here, all right, goes to the person, right, that has the highest buy-in to the auction for that day. Okay. So, and what happens is 30% of that, of the 0.5, will go to them, and 70% of that will get carried forward to the next day, right? So that in the next day, obviously the pot's going to be bigger, right? Because you're going to get the 30% from that auction, and you're going to have the 70% carryover from the day before. And the only way that you can get that is to obviously beat this buy. You've got to beat the previous day's highest buy in order to get the pot in the next day. Okay, so it's quite cool how they've gamified it, because it encourages people to put in large amounts, right, and keep the amount in the auction up, which is really good. Another thing too is 3.5% of this total amount will go each day, will get put into the BNB version of Avarice. Okay, so that's going to be boosting the auction. So just take that into consideration, because there might be some days you want to get in and get some tokens on that side as well. All right. And 1% of this, 1% of this will go into buybacks on this platform, okay, on the new one. All right, so, you know, the incentives are pretty cool, but what I think is the game changer with this, and what I think is really going to help with sustainability of this, and we saw it in the first one, in the BNB version, the loans and the lending was a very important piece of the mechanics of this platform, because people were loaning against their stake, and then using that BNB that they got loaned out to, that they received for the loan, to go back and create more stakes, okay, and going back in the auction and creating more stakes. Okay, so it's like a revolving circle. It's like you create a stake, you get a loan, you take out that BNB, you go back in the auction, and then you create another stake. Because listen, at the end of the day, if you're getting rewards on your stakes, all right, that money, that BNB, or in this case the BUSD on your stake, if you just leave it there, what's it doing? What's it doing? It's just staying on your stake. It's not even working for you. All you're doing is getting more BUSD every day, but it's not compounding. You're just getting rewards every day. All right. So your BUSD is accumulating, but it's not working for you. So why would you leave it there? It's pointless. You always want to have your money working for you, right? So, I mean, my play is going to be, I'm going to be taking out loans on all my stakes. and I'm going to be using that to go back in the auction, create more stakes, and build the portfolio size, and maybe even use some of it for, you know, another one like stable fund. And then from stable fund, there's a BUSD, and I'll be using that BUSD to come in the auction. So I'm going to be using the two to cross-pollinate with each other, all right? And just keep building your portfolio. So that's what I'm going to be doing with the loans. But the loans and the lending is a huge component of this, and I think it's going to help keep this sustained for a lot longer than you know, the previous versions. I mean, the other versions still work, and they still work well, all right. But I just think this is going to be that extra little push that will help keep those lobbies up. And you know, with this Avarice, I think that's a great addition as well. Okay, so now if you're not sure how to get your referral code, if you want to give that to somebody else, you can just click on this link right here. Okay, if you just click on that, it will copy your referral code, and then you can just give that link, okay, to anyone. All right, so as you can see, I've got 2,500 in my balance, and now I'm going to enter the auction. Okay, so I'm going to click on enter. Now what you need to do is you need to approve an amount. So for example, if you want to put in 500, right, then you need to approve 500. Okay, so I'm putting in 2,500, so I'm going to put here 2,500. Okay, and I'm also going to put 25 here, but I actually shouldn't. Well, I mean, I can do that afterwards, but you want to click on approve first, okay, because you need to approve the amount before you can spend the amount. Okay, so I'll click on approve. Yes, I do give permission, confirm. Okay, and now we'll just wait until that's approved. Let's have a look. Make sure it's approved. Okay, it's still approving. It's got to wait until it approves. Once it's approved, then we can actually go into the auction. So yeah, there we go. Now it's approved. Okay, so now it's approved. Now we can enter the auction. So enter the auction. Okay, and confirm. Okay, so I'm putting 2,500 in at this stage. All right. So you can put any amount you want in here. Just remember, you've got to be in it to win it. Now, you may have different strategies, and you know, if you're new, totally new, just DCA and go on the first day. Don't not go on the first day. Go on the first day. Okay, it's important. All right. So that's basically it. And now you can see here your deposits, 2,500. Okay. And currently I'm going to get 2.6 BUSD. But look, we're at not even 20 past 10 in the morning in California. This is ending in 6 hours, and we're already on 1.1. You know, I could see this going to, you know, 2 million. At least 1.5 to 2 million. It could even rock that. I don't really know, but it's, you know, this is going to be big. I think because of this lend loan. Look, you got to look at it like this. This lending loan is very important, because when you're taking loans out against your stake, you're using money that would normally be dead, not earning anything. Okay, so you can utilize that side of it. But if you want to lend, you know, you can lend. And the way that it was working in the previous version is that if you can lend to somebody for a 5-day period, because you won't get your you know, your profit back until the actual loan has expired. Okay, or not expired, completed. So, you know, if you're lending and you're getting 1.2 to 1.6% over a 5-day period, why wouldn't you do that? I mean, it's safe. This platform is safe. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to get rug pulled. They've got previous history. This is not going to happen. All right. So this is going to be around for a long time. All right. So why would you not take advantage of lending? You know for sure that you're going to get your money. You know, it's not going to get rug pulled. So if you lend your money and you're guaranteed you're going to get 1.2 to 1.6% in 5 days, why wouldn't you do it? I mean, of course you're going to do it. I'm going to do it. I did it on the last one. It worked out amazing. I was loaning and lending. You can take a loan. You can take a loan out against your stake, right? For example, 5 BNB, and then you can lend it and make money on that. You know what I mean? You can just do it as a circle. Anyway, so we've got 6 hours left. This is the first day. I would, you know, highly recommend. This is not financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor. This is only my journey. You've got to understand that what you do with your money is totally up to you. But if I was a clone of myself, I would be going into this first day for sure. Okay, so that's basically it, and I will be doing more in-depth videos, and I'm going to be doing a video on strategy. I'll keep you updated on what's going on, and I will be going in every day, even if it's only a small amount over time. I will be going in every day into this auction, just like I do in the BNB one. Okay, have a great day.